Good day, everyone. My name is Pragati Tamala, and I'm the CEO of ISPCAN. And I wanted to invite you to a special new way of thinking. We are launching in 2025 a brand new concept, an extra day that we add onto our flagship Congress in child protection, where we want to end on solutions. We know this is a very challenging problem facing every government these days, and the solutions are not simple or easy. But our ISPCAN network and partners have them. We have the solutions, the data, the research that shows what we need to do and how we need to do it. The cost and consequences of childhood violence are the greatest public health issue facing us today. We see mass shootings, gun violence, peer-on-peer violence in every country, and it's disheartening, especially for you as governments. The responsibility and the pressure is enormous. We want to create a community of learning for you because we know it's not simple. The first ever ministerial congress in Bogota last year sparked a really nice momentum. Over 100 countries made pledges on trying to prioritize child protection and national action plans. But how? How do we do this? How do we effectively change what we're doing and make our investments in child protection more effective? The case for prevention and action is becoming more clear, and we know that the cost benefit of investing in early childhood development programs is tremendous. Every dollar we invest can save us $7 in what we pay now for healthcare costs, substance abuse problems, incarceration, chronic disease, and the many other things that detract from every citizen being as productive and happy as they can be. But we realize for governments, this is the hardest problem. It's not simple, and many sectors of government have to come together in order to effectively build sustainable solutions. If we take a public health approach, though, the solution is possible, and we want to work with you to help you realize this. The foundations of ISPCAN are rooted in building capacity in every part of the child protection system, in research, prevention, and response. We curate the best in practice, research and innovation in our international journals, and we try to share those best practices, translating data and evidence into action for communities, continuing education and training for all the multidisciplinary sectors needed in prevention and response. And our goal is to build communities of learning and active networks that share so that we can advance more rapidly and we can reduce the secondary trauma that many of our members face. We create a think tank every year at our congresses that bring together some of the brightest minds in innovation from over 70 countries at our congresses. It's a great opportunity for a two-way exchange, for people to share what they know and be inspired by others. For us to effectively advance in child protection, it will require coordinated action. Researchers, practitioners, members in every country, international NGO partners, local NGO partners, all of the technical assistance and frameworks need to come together and help governments and CPS systems become stronger. The investments and the assessments and how we do this, again, is something that we need to think bigger and think differently about. And each of us has a unique piece to this puzzle that we can bring and together create the solutions. Strong systems need a foundation that can prevent and respond to children and families over time. By investing in national action plans, establishing strong laws and policies, continuing to include people with lived experience in the discussions, having multi-sectoral coordination, data and evidence-based solutions, all of these ensure that the system is working and that the workforce is prepared. In the end, we have the goal of creating healthy communities, as we know you do. But again, how do we make this happen? We need a strong foundation for this house, And these are the 6 key pillars that we see continuing to guide us forward. What will these Rise Up forums look like? We want them to be active learning, active town halls where we bring together diverse perspectives in a room, a safe space where solutions are the goal. We want people to bring the challenges forward from governments, policymakers, researchers, funders, civil society organizations. All of us can come together and think through the solutions. Having forums annually at all 3 of these levels, at the International Forum at our ISPCAN Congresses starting in 2025 in Vilnius, but then later in 2026 next year, we want to drive forward regional forums as well, so that we can advance cultural and thematic issues, really understand what's happening at the regional level, and continue to drive forward progress at the country level, where communities and governments intersect and learn how to build bridges, stronger bridges, so that every child and family benefits. This is really difficult and challenging work, and we commend you for everything you're doing. But we know the solutions are very challenging. We want to help you, and we need to bring it all together now. This needs to be a multi-sectoral approach with coordination between health, social services, justice, law, education. The health and productivity of every child depends on this, and we know that we can do this together. We want you to leave prepared with solutions and connections so that you can harness government-to-government learning, cross-pollination of ideas, and help develop regional communities that will really continue to build your partnerships and give you the real tools and resources in your hands that will help you to implement on your national action plans. And you have a piece of the puzzle and knowledge to share that we hope that you will come and participate actively so that we can learn from you. As we look forward to 2026 and bringing Rise Up policy forums to every region, we want to think about how we can partner effectively with you and our country partners and all of the community level partners to piggyback on what currently is happening and change the narrative. Bring forward more effective conversations where we marry research and practice with policy development so that no country should start from ground zero. We should be able to learn from what others are doing and advance more rapidly and share what we're doing that's working. I know together we can figure this out. For every child to have the chance to become everything they can be, we need to do better, and we can do better. Together, we have the solutions, and I think we have an opportunity to have a different type of conversation. I'd like to welcome you to join our ISPCAN Congress this October 6th through the 9th in Vilnius, Lithuania. In partnership with the government of Lithuania, we would like to invite you to join us and be part of the discussion and part of the solutions so that our combined vision of every child having the chance to be all they can be is realized. Thank you so much.